In this video, you're going to learn about the one trait that makes women fall for you just by being around you. And this is not about your physical appearance. It's not about using some kind of manipulative trick, some special line, some hypnosis, right? Some kind of like Jedi mind trick. It's not about that. It's actually something that very few men have, but that any man can develop. This is not going to be some BuzzFeed article, the 5 top ways to attract women by some guy that hasn't gotten laid in 4 years and lives with 17 cats and is going to sell you some cologne, right? This is not that. This is from someone who goes out, picks up women, pulls girls home all the time on a weekly basis. This is from real life experience of not only myself, but of my clients. What I've noticed is that on nights when every girl seems to be rejecting me, everything would go badly, right? It would just be, not interested, not interested, not interested. When I would get that kind of reaction again and again, I noticed that there was something in common on those nights versus the nights where every girl would be instantly into me and girls would be checking me out from far away, not because of my special cologne. It would seem girls are checking me out. I'm the center of attention. As soon as I approach a girl, they'll say things like, wow, you should be a comedian, or are you famous? Like, they're instantly hooked. And that's what this video is going to teach you, because when I was 21, 22, every girl I approached would pat me on the back, not be interested. I'd get friend zoned from every approach or just flat out rejected. But now, most of the girls I approach, at the very least, they might say they have a boyfriend, but they are very receptive. They have a very positive reaction. The vast majority of women I approach. And it's because of this one difference. Before we get into the meat of the video, if you watch this video and you think, God damn, like that changed my entire mentality about how to attract women. That was extremely valuable. Right? This is some powerful stuff. If you watch this video and that's what you think, make sure that after you finish the video, you click the link below to sign up for a free 30-minute coaching call. Because if you take that call, you will learn how I can teach you everything you need to know about attracting women and how I can guide you through that entire process with personalized coaching. So make sure to click the link below to learn more about that. But with that said, what is this quality I'm talking about? So it's not anything that you develop by, practicing lines, or it's nothing like that. It's how you show up in life. It's how you go about living your life. And the simplest way to explain it is you're either on a downward spiral or an upward spiral in general, in life. So at the end of every day, you have a feeling about how you did. Like, I killed it or I was a little bitch. Whether it's conscious or unconscious, you know. Did you watch 8 hours of Netflix? Did you play way too many video games? Did you lay down in bed doing nothing? If you haven't had sex in a long time, did you go out and approach some girls? Did you take action? Or did you spend most of your time in a state of entropy? That is what a lack of purpose is. Entropy. And if you don't know entropy in physics, entropy is the state that the universe is moving towards. It's the decrease in energy. Basically, it's the process of moving towards death. That's what it really is. And so if you're spending your time, let's say you're overweight, but you're not going to the gym, you're not working on your diet. Let's say you're not making much money and you're not building a business. You're not doing everything in your power to get a raise, to get promoted, right? Let's say you work at McDonald's. Okay, you work at McDonald's, but if you're being lazy at that job, you're half-assing it, you're moving more towards entropy. But if you're doing your absolute best at that job, pushing yourself, trying to do everything in your power to get promoted, and building a side hustle in your free time, then you're moving towards purposefulness. And you know in your own heart which one of those you're living in alignment with. You can feel it. And everything about the way you carry yourself reflects that. So at the end of the day, if you spent 8 hours in a state of entropy, 8 hours being lazy, watching TV, playing video games, you're overweight but you're not working out, then you are going to have an energy that women find extremely unattractive. They can feel that off of you. They can feel that your self-esteem is on a downward spiral. They can feel that your life is going downhill. That you're not going anywhere. That if they spend time with you, they're going to be dragged down with you. But Let's say even if you're overweight, you don't make money, your life is not in the best situation, but you spend 4 hours of your free time working on a side hustle, working on building an online business. You spend an hour in the gym. You're not watching Netflix. You're not playing video games because you know you're not in a place in life where you have earned that. You're willing to put that off until your life is in order. They can feel it in the way that you carry yourself, the way that you talk to them. They can feel that you're on an upward spiral. And that is extremely attractive. And if you don't believe me, test it out yourself. Spend 8 hours one day just derping, binge eating, all the worst things you could do. Drinking, that's another big one, right? Drinking. Drink, binge eat, just be a piece of shit in every way. Be a couch potato. Be a couch potato in every way. And then go approach some girls and see how it goes. See how your energy is. And then have another day where you work out for 2 hours. You read a useful book. You work on your business. You work on learning an instrument. You spend all your time doing things, putting yourself out there, taking risks, getting out of your comfort zone, and see how women respond to you. And I guarantee it will be a night and day difference. Because I teach pickup, I teach game, and what you do in interactions does matter a lot. But how you're showing up in life is just as important, if not more important. The kind of life you're living. It is possible to be a degenerate, to just approach women all the time, have nothing else in your life in order whatsoever, and still do very well. That is possible. But in general, women will find you far more attractive if they get that purposeful energy off of you. They can feel whether you're the guy who's in entropy or the guy who is thriving, coping versus thriving. They can feel that, and you can too. Right? It's not just about women. It's also going to make you feel better in your own skin. It's going to improve your self-esteem. And that's a big part of the reason why it's attractive to women. Because you know you're someone who's making progress in life. You know you're going somewhere. And so you know that a woman has a reason to want to be with you. You know that you have value to offer her. That by being around you, she's going to gain something and not be dragged down like an anchor on a ship. So the first thing you want to make sure to do is if you have things that are restraining you, like TV, video games, drinking, it's very important that you stop doing those things. Because as soon as you do, you will feel much more proud of yourself. You will know you're going on an upward spiral, and you will give yourself back so much energy and so much time. And on top of that, you will automatically be far more attractive to women. So that's the first thing, is to give up restraining habits. And you know what they are. You just have to own up to them and admit it. So that's the first step, is to give up restraining habits. The second step is to start doing things that move you in the right direction. Exercise is almost always going to be one of those things. Reading educational books like biographies of successful people, self-improvement, books about marketing, about building a business, things of that nature. Taking on good habits like meditation, yoga, and things like that. Once you start doing that, you will automatically become far more attractive to women. And yes, what you do during your interactions matters a lot, but what you do outside of them is just as important. And I want to add, approaching women is one of those things that puts you on your purpose. So if you tell yourself, well, okay, this means that once I am making 6 figures and I have a 6-pack and then I will start approaching women. I'm not on my purpose enough, so they're not going to find me attractive. Well, no, because just approaching women requires courage. It's difficult to do. It's easy to make excuses. So just doing that moves you towards your purpose by itself. So don't see that as an excuse, but your approaches will be more effective. They'll be more well received if you're doing these other things, if you're on an upward spiral. It is a substantial difference. And you can actually kind of see it as a way to check how you're doing in life. Because if you're approaching women and most of them are not responding positively, that's a sign that you don't have that purposeful energy, that you're not on your purpose. And if most girls are responding very well, that's a sign that you are on your purpose. It's a good measuring stick for how you're doing in life, the way women react to you, because it will drastically change based on this. I promise you that. And like I said, test it for yourself. Intentionally be derpy and purposeless and see what happens. And you might be thinking, well, I need these bad habits or these things to relax. Scientific research has shown that people are at their most unhappy when they're just consuming TV, Netflix, playing video games, doing things that lead towards entropy, is actually when you're at your least happy. We feel like it makes us happier because it lets us avoid stress. But after 30 minutes, after an hour, you actually become more stressed doing that thing. You're just stuck in this loop of avoidance. So try giving up those things. And then when you're feeling stressed, just relax. Just sit on the couch. Just read. Just go on a walk. Lay down. Meditate. Do something like that, and you'll find that you didn't need those things, the Netflix, the drinking, etc., that they weren't even relaxing you in the first place, that the whole reason you were doing them was complete bullshit, that it wasn't even benefiting you. That's something I would urge you to try. So if you found this video useful, you thought it was interesting, and you want guidance for attracting women, you want to be coached by me personally, then click the link below to schedule a free 30-minute call. Because watching videos is great, but it's not personalized. And I can't hold you accountable when you're just watching me from a screen. There's a big difference between actively participating and just watching someone tell you what to do on a screen. One is obviously far more powerful than the other, and one is going to bring you more towards being on that upward spiral. You have to exert yourself to reach out for coaching. And my coaching is not just about approaching women. That's the main focus, of course, is helping you get that handled. But I've also recently made a complete guide to getting in shape. I didn't make it, but I did an interview with a professional personal trainer where we go through his entire step-by-step system for losing weight or building muscle. And this is someone who is a very skilled personal trainer. And my mentorship is about being someone who's on your purpose. It's about leveling up in every area of life. So yes, we teach you the pickup stuff, and that's my personal area of expertise. But I also have other coaches that are helping you level up as a man in general. The mentorship is about getting you on that upward spiral, about giving up the things that restrain you, that hold you back from being the person that you want to be, and that moves you towards becoming someone who is completely living in alignment with their purpose. Because there is no greater form of happiness than that. Getting women is part of that, but it's really about life in general. It's about being someone who doesn't let their excuses control them, who achieves everything they want to in life in regards to fitness, in regards to dating, in regards to money, in regards to everything. And that's what my mentorship will help you do. And by having someone hold you accountable, by having someone give you personal coaching and guidance, it's a very different experience than just consuming content online. So if you find my advice helpful, but you want to take things to the next level, you want to take things seriously, then click the link below to schedule a free 30-minute call.